I'll listen to one of the classes. Who else is doing classes today? You know what I fucking hate? I see a lot of VTubers posting during this time because there are no VTubers at this event. There's zero representation, which I think is fine because that's not the type of streamer that this is really for the most part, though you can still take the same wisdom and apply it. But event-wise, it's not for that. I keep seeing people posting stuff on Twitter where they're like, oh, streamer university stinks, and they're like on the types of streamers that are there, or a lot of gaming streamers as well are like, oh, there's not really a lot of gaming creators here, it's all just IRL, you know, dickheads walking around, blah, blah, blah. I see that kind of stuff, and I'm like, do all of you hate looking outside of your own bubble, man? That sucks. Get out of your bubble, and even if you don't like the content, watch shit that other people like, because you're a content creator and you have to keep your brain fresh, man.
First of all, you guys do need to put an effort to finding them. You know, make your presence known. All right, put yourself out there. You know, Google all of the agencies, managements in your area. You definitely want someone that's nearby, but you could do it mobily or like away as well. But the
VTubers do it all remotely.
It's kind of like you want to like date, not actually date them, but like you want a trial. 3-month trial, I think. Do not sign anything.
Yes.
See how much they're putting into it.
Yes.
What kind of effort are they putting in? Are they aligned with your goals? Do they understand what you want, what you need? And then if it's working out really well, they brought you deals, there's synergy, then you can sign. Yeah,
a lot of VTubers sign with agencies really fast without trying them out first. And I'm like, dude, a lot of the agencies that are specifically for VTubers also won't let you really do a trial, but I also don't know how much people ask. With VJojo, I got to be working with the staff, working on my debut, working toward a few things for several months before I actually signed. So I kind of treated that as this grace period, but I only got to work with a few staff members. So I had a really good impression of those few staff members. And then, you know, I didn't see a lot of cracks until I was fully in there and then was working with all of the staff and then was like, oh, there's a lot of people in here that I don't like how they work at all. So yeah, but with like a manager, it's just one person, you know, or agency, they just assign you one agent. It's a lot easier.
Are you trying to make you sign off the rip? No. Fire them. They're done.
Also, let me tack on to that. I'm sure you've done this. If you want someone who's good at something, you should be poaching.
Yes.
If you want a great editor, find a great channel and try to get that editor. If you want a great manager,
pay them more.
A great manager, get that manager.
That is true. You kind of like see who's doing a good job, and maybe you can offer them a better deal.
You can offer them a much better deal because you want them more. You respect their time more. Like they will.
I won't let anyone have any of my staff.
Talent. Ray's in charge. Next question, Ray. You got it.
Yes.
Thank you, Led, for loving women.
So, should content creators at first clip their own stuff, or should you think investing into clippers is important, or where do you find good clippers? Because there's like clipping agents.
Oh yeah, IRL streamers all like hire tons of clippers.
Okay, yeah, don't go to a clipping agency.
No.
I think that the best thing to do is already just see who's already clipping your channel. Like,
can I just say, there are several VTuber clippers that have reached out to me to try to get me to pay them to clip me. On YouTube, on Twitter especially. Hey, you know, just wondering if you want to get clipped more, here are my rates, or blah, blah, blah. No, I'll clip myself, thank you. I don't think my content is like easy for people who don't watch me to properly pick out anyway. They don't even watch me.
Who's doing it for fun is a hobby that genuinely likes it.
That.
It's so hard to hire someone that doesn't watch.
Yeah, keep people can and will pay for it.
You know what I mean? So you want to find someone that's already like into your stuff, and if you're having a hard time finding that, I think you have to like just go and look at other clips, like we just mentioned, like go.
Now, clipping isn't just Twitch clipping. It's like someone who sifts through all of your content, clips stuff out, and then also edits it and uploads it to a channel that isn't yours, so you look like you're popping.
They have an ego.
Ron, which clipper you got?
Rather pay a clipper already in my community? Exactly. That's the best.
If you're really good, people will clip for you on their own fan channels, and that's really good.
That's what she's saying, yeah. Agreed.
Some like views, they like pay for clippers, but some people just do it naturally.
I don't pay for clippers, but I'll let anyone else who wants to do a clipping channel put clips of me up, and then they can just keep the revenue. It's fine. As long as they're doing it in good faith.
Are you talking about your own channel?
Yes, your own IG, like you got all the same clippers, right?
Oh, yeah. I have one.
Oh, he's asking what agency they use to clip. He's like, I want that. Let me do that.
If he gets a lot of views, he gets paid, right? So why would I pay him?
Ooh.
If like he has to.
He's making the point I just made. Like, if a clipper clips you and gets 1 million on TikTok, why would I pay him? He's getting paid from the ad rev. Like, I should not hire that person to clip me. I'm letting them clip me, and then they can keep the ad rev, right? Like,
If he does his job already without me.
exactly. Like, if you make good content, it can just happen.
They get paid regardless, right? You understand?
But to tack onto that,
They want to keep clipping you, like, just like, because they own you. So it's like a win-win.
Marlon privilege, all right? Y'all are not Marlon. Marlon gets to...
I got won the jackpot.
That's true. These are smaller streamers, a lot of them.
Yeah, bro.
You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
You're funny, bro. No, but Marlon can't get clipped, so you're gonna have to learn how to do it yourself, maybe initially. Like,
Well, I already, like, I got clippers myself, but it's like, I'm trying to, like, even out streaming you, like, outside it's easy.
Why are you
but, like,
leaning your head on the
I'm
wall,
not
bro?
trying to do it on my phone too much.
I think the tiers are, if you're very small, you do it yourself. Above that,
Yep.
you can get like a viewer to do it, right? And hire that person who's really passionate. Like find someone who likes your shit and do it. And then above that, it's your Marlon and people just clip your no matter what you do, right? Those are the sort of tiers.
Okay, since there's so many big streamers here, and I struggle with clipping, what is the way of like holding retention? What is the way, like the method of getting someone to watch a whole TikTok? Is there like a certain time limit?
A whole
Is it
TikTok.
impacting fast? What
Yes.
is the right way to
He answered his own question. It needs to be impacting fast.
get like the method? Because
Are you worried more about like getting high viewership on a clip, or are you more worried about like actually getting a new follower who will watch you? There's
I
a
feel like
difference. 'Cause anyone here can get followers.
yeah, we all can get followers, but I guess mainly like getting that connection that make them want to go to your Twitch.
Authentic. It sounds so like simple, but it's the truth. It's
So
like,
you don't have to.
Yup.
do it.
if you're like running around doing bullshit, everyone in here can run around and do bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you do something that you would actually enjoy and what you would watch, you're gonna find people eventually who share the same thing.
These kinds of words are so true, but it's hot air to people that don't like have content brain. I don't know how to describe it. It just sounds like he's saying a lot of nothing, but then I who have more content brain, I hear that and I'm like, yes, exactly. And I can imagine what that looks like, but I think he needs to give an example. Because these people like are trying to build up their content brain, you know?
To me, that's like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and it's like good clips. You know, it's like don't search for like, oh, is it 15 seconds? Just do it. You know, just post something.
If you want,
It's kind of like they have to choose you. They have to follow
Yeah.
up with your personality.
Thank you.
if you want specific info on like efficiency of clips, RADS, Radstads, RADSTADS.
Oh, his channel's
Radstads
good.
has a guide on this. Yo, if you hear my voice, clap once.
Oh, yeah.
Voice, clap twice.
Oh, yeah.
Class, how to get lucky, 201. I had this question on the board. Anyone have thoughts on this? Off rip. Do streamers make too much money? No?
No. You thought that was gonna work. I heard we make more than rappers.
More than rappers? Do you think that makes sense?
I think it do. Yes. I think it do.
Okay.
Yeah. I just cashed like 200K last night. Bro.
200K? Last night? Damn. That's pretty good. All right. Really, we think streamers make a lot, right? Streamers make a lot. We know streamers make a lot of money. I think we've heard this before. Guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about that and something I think a few of you in this class are dealing with. Guys, today, the class is stop clip farming and start making money.
Whoa.
A lot of you guys here are great at farming clips. You get millions of views. You get more views than me, but you're not making money equivalent to maybe the attention that you are receiving. We're going to unpack why. We're going to start talking about how to build a larger audience, a larger community, people who watch you live.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, when
Also,
someone
real
would
quick,
mention
more
communities
round of applause for
properly.
yourselves. Guys, most of you are going to fail.
What is fail? What do you mean by fail?
What do I mean by fail? Did you feel like you made it when you went to Streamer U? Do you feel like you got an opportunity that you can grasp and you might skyrocket?
Yes, I did.
You might have felt that. You got excited.
Yeah.
That won't happen for most of you. Here are the stats. Last year,
Well-
Streamer U.
That's real shit.
This is last year. People would
Real
attend
shit.
2025 Streamer U. I looked
Oh.
at the viewership a month before Streamer U.
Right.
Then I looked at the viewership last month.
Oh.
On average, that whole group's down 287 views. That whole group.
Whoa.
The median, okay? That's the person in the middle. You
They
slash
lost
off the
viewers
biggest, you
overall.
slash off the lowest, okay? They gained 4 viewers. 4 viewers, that's it. Streamer U, 4 viewer change after a year.
Well,
56% of all participants lost viewers or only gained single-digit viewers. That's year over year,
damn.
okay?
I want to tell you, this is why clout chasing doesn't actually work. A lot of people think it does, and it could like temporarily work, but it doesn't over time work, like a year later. Or if you are like going in there and maybe people think you are, the only way it works is if you're fucking evil or you're their real friend and you're not actually clout chasing. So if you're someone's real friend, great, you could grow. If you're not someone's real friend and you're evil and you are like using them. That is the only other way that it does work. And then everyone at some point will find out, realize that you're evil, and then they hate you, which is also really not worth. So, well, maybe you still make money. I don't know. If you think that's worth it, you think that's worth it. But yeah.
This opportunity, this
If you want to sleep at night, it doesn't work.
once in a lifetime miracle. For most of you, it ain't gonna mean shit. It'll be a cool memory, all right? But that's all it will ever be. Maybe you made extra money this weekend. Congratulations. You got a few thousand in the bank. Ron probably is getting $250,000. That's nice. But that's all it will be. It will not effectively change your life. Jason, because honestly, there's things Ron can learn, and you can always learn at any level.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, that's the bad news. That's the bad news. All right, but we want to be different. We want to be the ones who succeed. How do we do that? First off, we have to ask ourselves an honest question. Raise your hand by show of hands. Do you want to be a streamer?
You've heard me say this where I'm like, my number one advice to people who are thinking about getting into streaming is figure out if they even want to stream. I've said this a million times.
We're going to sit on this for a moment. Do you want to be a streamer? This question about it. Because maybe you don't actually want to be a streamer. You want to have what streaming can get you. But there are quicker, better, more efficient ways to do that. Maybe you actually just want to be rich. Maybe you want a large social media following. Maybe you want to have a creative outlet. Streaming might not be the best path to do this.
That's what I keep saying about VTubers.
Now, I think when people talk about streamers, we talk about the big guys, talk about the Kais, we talk about the Speeds. That's awesome. That is a very small number of all streamers. That is realistically not going to be you.
Have a normal job and then this is your hobby. Like they decide so early that they want this to be their job, and then they're not spending time working on using their limited time, their own life, time of their own life, which is limited, to try this thing that is like 99% chance not even gonna go anywhere. And if it does go somewhere, probably not very far, and they'll still have to get a job. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think they shouldn't try it at all. You should try a little bit, but like people are dumping money into it and dumping way too much time in, and the sunken cost fallacy goes crazy, so they stick with it for too many years. And I'm like, brother, make some fun videos every now and then. You don't have to be a streamer. Streaming is like one of those things where you have to just live your life doing it. You know, it's really, really, really hard on people mentally. It's not for everyone. I always say that. And so that's why I like that he's starting with this, because I say this shit.
Starting off with myself.
Well, category athlete.
How much money I make? I'm the 95th biggest streamer on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. It doesn't include that, but I'm like maybe top 100, somewhere in there, right? These are my metrics. If they line up with yours, okay, then your revenue will probably be similar to mine. I don't stream nearly as much as some other guys. I have 9,500 subs.
Yeah, 90's kind of low for a month.
Okay, we're gonna go through some expenses that I have. Here's my expenses. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll.
Oh.
$25,000.
Makes sense.
That is for the 15 employees that I have. Next.
50.
Travel. $55,000. That's a higher number than normal. I ran an event. I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense. Next up, events. That is the production of the event. Nice.
Yep.
Next, marketing. Again, similar for the event. It's another $10,000.
Yeah.
Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent.
Yikes.
$359,000. Yeah. Alright, now's the fun part, guys. Now's the fun part. How much do you get to make? Merch sales. I got $7,800.
I just gotta say, whenever Chad is like, I'm sure you could make money by diversifying into merch, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is Ludwig doing an event, only $7,800, and then he had to spend all that out. This is why I keep telling people, I'm like, so much of this shit is done for the love of the game. And this is what he made, because the companies that make the merch take a huge percentage of it to cover their costs. Their employees, they have to make a profit, because that profit isn't literally a profit, it's going to their employees. You know what I mean? So some of the profits have to go to them. But yeah, classic.
YouTube.
Okay.
That's just the YouTube revenue. This includes
That's good.
YouTube Live.
He also gets millions of views, so you can see how many millions of views, including the live stream and including like everything. And you know he makes a shit ton of content on multiple channels out of the events he does. Only 270, considering the amount put in, is kind of crazy.
Stream shorts and videos, 270,000. Twitch gonna be smaller for me, guys. I do not make as much on Twitch. 57,000.
That's for a big event.
About 6 minutes of ads an hour. I have 9,500 subs. That's about what you make for that.
Damn,
The
9,500
biggest
subs.
bulk of my money, though, I made a pivot in my life. I decided I wanted to stop being viewer funded. All right, I did a subathon.
Yes.
The most subs any streamer did. I had like an average of 20, 30,000 subscribers.
This I decided this a long time ago. I don't try to encourage you guys. Like, it's nice if you sub, and I really appreciate it. I love that. I love money. Yay. But my focus is not there because I'm kind of similar where I'm like, I love extra, but I don't want to be quote unquote viewer funded in the same way.
Subscribers. I ran a higher density of ads, and then I said, you know what?
That's why I made a sponsor company.
As a multi-millionaire, getting these people to pay me money. I didn't like
exactly.
It made me feel weird.
Except I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm not even a millionaire.
Okay, I'm a Red Bull athlete. I have an AT&T sponsorship, and I also have an Alienware partnership. These are long-term partnerships. All right, and I do one-off deals as well, as you guys do.
So this must be the amount they paid for the event. Yeah. Yeah. He's got Red Bull, who has a bajillion dollars and is willing to spend this, but they also don't sponsor many people. So they spend a lot on the few people that they sponsor. So this is like not typical unless you are like literally Ludwig or bigger.
1.1 mil.
Even then, it's not typical. He probably had to do a lot of work to get that.
This is the flashy number. This is the top 100. Why am I showing you this? It is not just a flex, although I am flexing. It is because this is what you get to see. This is what people love to show you. They love to show you the top 100. But you guys aren't top 100. Not all of you, at least. Some of you in this room are. Maybe you want to be. Maybe you'll get there. What does Miss Top 1000 look like?
Yeah.
I'm keeping this person anonymous. These stats are real, though. This person is a gamer. They average 1,200 viewers. They stream 130 hours. Their sub count is 1,600. And if you go to Twitch Tracker, you guys can all do this later, by the way. TwitchTracker.com.
1,600 is a lot for a 1,200 streamer. I'd say I think VTubers are pretty good at having more subs than their average CCV, but a lot of other streamers do not have that. A lot of typical gaming streamers actually have fewer. There's huge variance. It really, really, really changes a lot. But this is a real example that he pulled. He just didn't want to put their name there.
Look up your Twitch channel name. They will tell you what number you are. If your number is lower, they might tell you what percentile you are in. Okay, top 0.5%, top 0.4%, whatever.
So our streams that monthly?
Anyway,
Yes.
This is a real person who is in the top 1,000. They're not exactly 1,000, but they're close to it. Right. This is all of their viewership. All right.
Poot said, "Damn, that's possible. I got like 300 or less." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of streamers will have, if your average viewers are 1,000, you'll have like 500 subs, maybe 800 on a good month because you have a lot of gifts or something. A lot of VTubers do manage to get more individual subs, and that comes from VTubing having a super strong community of people that understand the importance of subbing, like their own, not gifting, but like their own sub, and then gifting on top of that. So a lot of VTubers manage to get their average CCV in subs, but those are the ones who kind of encourage it. And then people that have more than that are the ones that really encourage it. You hear them like, I don't want to use the word begging because I really don't know many that are like begging on stream for it, but you know what I mean? They mention it a lot.
How much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get? Sponsorships.
So sad. I'm going to tweet about this. This is fucking insane. There is no reason for this. If you are over 500, you should have no issue getting them. However, I completely understand why people do have these issues because this world is very not fleshed out on sponsors. So that is why I made my company. That is literally why I made my company, is the fact that most people in the top 1,000 don't make money from sponsors. They have zero. That is insane. Yeah, Boone said, I wouldn't be a streamer now if it weren't for sponsors. Yeah, is it they don't think they can get them? There's no real information out there, and any information you do find out there is typically completely wrong or very shallow surface level and doesn't actually give you good access to good things. That is just how it is. There's very little info. So the reason why I made a company to do this with software as help is because the TLDRs, the way things are done, are people get agents. You almost always need an agent to get good sponsorships. It's very hard to do it without an agent. And even if you're like, people are like, oh, email and just reach out. Just reaching out doesn't work for top 1,000. That works for top 100 typically. Not that it can't, but it usually doesn't. So my goal with making a company was to get that availability, that opportunity to be possible for people to get paid for sponsorships just in general and to get normal rates that they want to ask for instead of just getting handed a rate that they didn't even get to barter on or bid on or anything. And, you know, so yeah, my goal is to make that available because this number right here is very true. I think it's really hard for me to explain the purpose of my company to people who aren't like streamers themselves and haven't experienced this sometimes. But yeah, this is the reality of the world of sponsorships right now, is that the vast majority of top 1,000 streamers don't have any access. They don't have access, they don't have relationships built, and they can't get that done without knowing the right people. And even knowing the right people, it's so nebulous. No one knows the names of companies they're getting sponsors from half the time. They just know the name of a rep, and they don't really like know who owns that company. They don't know if there's a company above that and then the publisher. Like, they don't know who's in here. They just know who they talked to, and that's it, you know? So my goal is to give everyone on every side a lot more access to each other in certain ways, and to vet them, to have a much better vetting process so they don't have to sift through garbage. Because a lot of the reason why people don't get reached out to is because the job of a rep from, let's say, a game publisher or a company one tick below that that's handing out the sponsor, they don't have the time and they don't have the manpower to sit there and just offer these things to every small streamer. They could never keep up with that demand as a human. So yeah, that's why I'm like, wow, I really need to systemize this. How do you find an agent, actually? No one knows until you become a streamer and you make a streamer friend who has an agent, and then you ask them, and then they're like, well, you could try mine, I guess. Very few people just find an agency and go, this looks good. It's almost all word of mouth on the background, you know? You can search up agencies for streamers, and you will find some that are legit and good. And the ones that you will find that have good SEO are typically going to be huge ones that will not pick up medium or smaller streamers because they don't have the manpower to, like, make that make sense. So then you don't have an agent and you don't get brand deals. Because reaching out on your own, it's like playing Battleship, except only one point on the board is a spot that you want to hit. And the rest are all misses, you know? So yeah, that's my goal, is to fix that a bit. There's some that sound too good to be true. Yeah. And then there are some websites that people use for sponsorships. And those often give you rates that are not fair for your time. They are not industry standard, is the best way I can say it. Yeah, it's very much like Hollywood. It's very much like Hollywood, and I'm trying to say that that's not how it should be, because there are way more people in streaming. But yeah. The point of my company, when I'm talking to chat about it, I'll always talk about the creator side of it very heavily, but it's also very much so for the publishers or for vendors that are giving out sponsorships. It helps them a ton in figuring this all out a lot better. All because I, as a creator, experienced this and then made my reality not this, and it took years of work for it to not be this. And I was like, holy shit, there's so much like black magic involved here. It should not be that. So I used my background to
They think their agency's
do what I'm doing.
They haven't had a deal. Okay, it's a much different number. YouTube, 150. Only 150. They're not posting really long form videos. They're mostly doing shorts. There's not a lot of revenue.
Even with
coming
long
from
form,
YouTube.
this could be a
You're more
reality.
Streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right, Twitch, 10,000. That's a good amount of money. That's comparable to what I'm making. I'm making 10,000 as well. And if you go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
A week or month?
For the month, this is all the month of June. So in total, this top 1,000 streamer made $10,250.
This is, I guess, realistic for a lot of people. Again, this person had 1,600 subscribers at 1,200 average viewers, which a lot of streamers will have less than that.
That's a good amount of money, right?
But then you lose, if you're American, you pay your income tax on this. You pay federal income tax, you're losing, you know, a big percentage of that. This is just for 1 month, so you're getting this every month. You're losing a big percentage of that, and then you also pay 12.5% extra that other people who are employed with W-2s don't, because you're legally self-employed, so you pay self-employment tax. So 12.5% of this also goes away. Also, you don't have insurance or retirement or anything that is taken out of your paycheck first by an employer or whatever, so you have to do it all yourself.
You make $100K a year being
So
a
this
streamer.
10K
That's not
ain't
bad.
shit after you do all
Let's
that.
go one further.
Your take home's
Let's
so
go
little
to
in comparison.
Top 10,000, Mr. 10,000.
Ew.
This streamer is a variety streamer. It's a real person. It's real stats. They average 150 viewers. Maybe some of you in this room average a similar amount. They streamed 180 hours, the most of me or top 1,000. That's their sub count. That's how many years they've been doing it.
That sub count is really low for that person.
All right, let's check the
But that's what I'm
rankings for June.
saying.
Sponsorship,
That happens.
700. They actually made some effort to get a deal. That makes sense.
Brother, how is this 10K streamer not taking a sponsor? This shit pisses me off. This shit pisses me off. I'm pissed every time I see it, because they could make crazy money at that viewership.
They've been doing it 6 years. They have better relationships to get sponsors.
Brother, you could buy your mom a house.
$0. They have no YouTube presence at all. That's not good, man. Twitch, $3,000. Grand total, $3,700.
My God.
All right.
So I think he chose Miss 1000, Miss 1200 CCV as like an example of, here's someone with like a healthy community who makes money. And then this one, here's someone who gets a lot of viewers but has done nothing to monetize or get themselves paid. Therefore, they make so little compared to how many people are watching them.
I need you to put this into perspective.
This is real.
That is a top.
Oh no, it's 10K rank. Oh, Is it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say though, number one, this still happens at someone who's 10K for the sponsored YouTube because this is choice. The Twitch one, I think a lot of 10K viewer people will probably have like minimum 3K subs, and then oftentimes like 5. But if it's 10K rank, then sorry, I'm like yapping, so thank you for helping. If they are top 10K and their viewers are lower, this is still pretty typical, but this ends up becoming in a lot of areas of the US like not even a livable wage if this is what you're making monthly compared to what you could get in a normal job. Or maybe it is depending on your area. But if you're paying rent, you're living with roommates. Like, this is not a cushy job that's getting you living alone in a house. Like, this is not. Did he put average views for this example? Oh, he did. Sorry, I looked at the Mr. 10K, 150. This is 150. I mean, this person did sponsors, though, which is great.
I need you to put this into perspective. That is a top 10,000 streamer in the world.
Yeah, the hour's
crazy.
That is
not a small streamer. That is a big streamer.
Yes.
How many streamers are there in the world? Anyone have a guess?
Millions. A couple million.
Guess. 100,000. Million. Just in the month of June, how many people went live? 5 million. Just on Twitch. 5 million?
2.5 mil.
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong.
Fuck.
2
Shit.
million people.
What the hell? I guess global.
That guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000. 3,000. They're making about 40K a year, right? Roughly 40K a year. And that's top 10,000 in the world. The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does. Right. For me, but this whole streaming system is rich gets richer. The top makes a
This
fuck
is
ton.
true.
When a sponsor wants to do a deal, are they going to small streamers?
No, they go to top guy first every time.
They're trying to hit up iShow Speed, then they go, that's out of our budget.
And then I try to say, you don't need to only go to the top ones. Here's a wide display of all these people. Hey, here's some small ones who really fit your niche and will be so much better for you. Maybe do one of those big ones, but how about these small ones too? Ooh, right? It's a big part of what I'm doing, and it works.
Budget, then they go down the list. They go down the list until eventually they're stuck with me. So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer? Are you happy with the lifestyle? Let's say for the rest of your life, you are a streamer who's the 10,000th biggest streamer in the world. That is a successful streamer.
So after SponsorBot gets going, you should definitely apply to teach a sponsorship class. I don't think I'm a big enough streamer for this, even if I have the credentials on the company side. But also, I think these people won't be that benefited from a lot of the stuff I would say because you need to get to a certain point first before you even gotta worry about that. Like, that's not what they should be thinking about. They should be thinking about really low level, simple, let me get a creator code with this thing, you know? Unless, I mean, some of the people in the room are bigger streamers and actually it would help. It would help. But I could teach them all that, but at the end result is just gonna be like, anyway, join SponsorBot when it's up because it'll let you do all that and take control of it and be, you know, aware of what's going on with your shit. So, you know. Like, I could do it, but I would be willing if asked. But there's a lot to say about just join my shit, you know. But yeah, you need to get somewhere first. But also, I could still talk about it. I don't know that there are many content creators that are qualified to talk about sponsorships to that depth level because almost none of them have also been an agent or have also gotten other people sponsorships like this. I really think it might be just me and like maybe 2 other people that have done this to this degree, you know?
There's some people in here who are streaming for the first time at Streamer U. Maybe they're trying out. You don't have to be a streamer, y'all. I know it's the buzz, but like, there are a bunch of other types. You can be a YouTuber, you could just be a short form creator.
Yeah,
you
man.
could be just a social influencer. You could be a real estate mogul if you want to make money. Like, there's a lot of other paths you can take in life. You can just work a 9 to 5 as something you're passionate about. You don't
I think a
have
lot of
to
the
be a streamer.
VTubers that are
It's not a guaranteed success.
really good
It's not all
singers
to be-
should just like not really stream, just do music and be YouTube creators.
But I don't know how to convert to long form viewers. I should see more hands up because I looked 9 of the people in this class. I looked at you guys. You're averaging around maybe 100 to 300 viewers. Your clips are banging. You guys have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. You got millions of views. You got more views than me on your clips. But they're not converting. Okay? Have you ever wondered why? Okay? Let's hear some theories. Who's got a theory? Why are you not converting? Why are you getting all this success on IG, TikTok, but not on long form? What's up?
At least in terms of streaming, sometimes I feel like I don't see the personality of a streamers on the, like their personality on long form versus short form. Like, they're a completely different person when it comes to long form streams, so you don't really see their
Yes.
I think that's a really good point.
The
I'm gonna
shorts
say
don't
this loud for y'all to
represent
hear.
them.
I'm going to repackage it in a different way.
Yes.
The expectation of the viewer is not met when they go to the long form content.
Managing expectations. I
That is
remember
what's
this from the
happening to you.
workplace.
All right, now before we jump into that, I have a question for y'all. What is worth more? Is a TikTok follower worth more? A Twitch follower? Or a YouTube follower?
Twitch follower. Twitch follower. Oh, they all said YouTube.
By show of hands, who thinks Twitch?
Like 1, 2,
By
3.
show of hands, who thinks YouTube?
He's a yes,
Round of
sir.
applause for Valkyrie, only one who got it right.
That's right. That's right, girl.
It is Twitch. Why is it Twitch?
Because the high buy-in.
Twitch. Why is a YouTube viewer not worth more?
I feel like a student.
What's your answer?
Because Twitch
Got his
is
collar
the
popped.
smallest platform out of the 3.
No.
Why would that make them more valuable? If I have a follower on Truth
Look at her confused eyebrows. My answer that I think this is, on TikTok, it's a super useless follow because it's so easy for them. It's easy for them to not care and still hit that button. On YouTube, it's a little harder to get someone to subscribe because you're asking for a little more of their buy-in emotionally, mentally, socially, whatever, to get them to press that button just a little bit. It takes a lot more for a person to want to click follow on Twitch. They have to sit there and listen to you for a while live, and oftentimes they like interact a little, and then they hit yes. And it's just like, overall, it's a bigger buy-in for that person on Twitch. Yeah, a bigger commitment for them to press the button. Therefore, that's a more valuable person to have, or a more valuable follow from somebody than the same person's YouTube or TikTok follow, if that makes sense.
I think if you were to have 10,000 followers on TikTok, 10,000 followers on Twitch, and 10,000 followers on YouTube, you'd be making more money as the Twitch streamer.
That's true, yeah.
And ultimately, the reason why is the viewer buy-in.
Ooh!
A viewer is going to be much more engaged
That's what I said.
as a Twitch follower than a TikTok follower. If you think about a TikTok follower, it's pretty straightforward.
The whole room goes,
Every single TikTok you post, they probably see 30 minutes of your face in a month. Total. All right? A YouTube viewer, how much are they seeing your face in a month? It's going to be more, but there's edited videos. How many videos are you uploading?
They just leave a comment, that's it.
Twitch viewership, they might spend 30 minutes in one Twitch stream. And you can
Yeah.
easily pump out stream a day if you really want. You also have a better relationship with a live viewer.
Yeah, it's
than you do with a
community.
YouTube commenter.
It's the easier way to say it.
They're not always commenting. Most people don't comment, and you're likely not replying to all the comments. But in chat, you're always talking to chat. You cannot always be the clip.
Except for Ron.
But this is real. What happens to you guys is you're really good at farming clips. I think at this point, a lot of you really understand intrinsically when a moment happens that, oh, that was the clip. I'm gonna tell my clipper, or maybe you are your own clipper, you run your own clip account. Tonight, I'm gonna post that. I fucking nailed it, all right? You guys feel pretty good about that at this point, I imagine. How long is that in your 4-hour stream? A minute? Seconds sometimes? Yep. All right, so then what happens? That person sees you on IG, you had an awesome clip, they go to your stream, and what are you doing? Are you farming a clip at every moment? No, you're a person. We're not always exciting. We're not always on. I know I'm not. Okay,
Oh, I sludge it up all the time.
Balance energy. I Show Speed has insane energy. Literally every second of that stream, you're like, holy
I be
shit,
sludging.
how is he still going? I can't do that. I'm a limited quantity guy. And then I need
Question from the chat. How valid is the strategy of using shorts and TikToks to get more viewers? Completely valid, and in my opinion, the only way to do it. Which is maybe hypocritical because I've done it without that, but I come from a different time and when VTubers were more exciting and people would just randomly check you out, so I have tons of that. I also spent time on NoPixel, so I did a community angle where I entered another community, and a ton of my followers are from NoPixel as well, so don't use me as an example. However, the strat of using shorts, the reach you get is ridiculous. The amount of people you can get to be like, I've seen that person. That's what you want. You want people to be like, oh, I've seen them. And then hopefully if they see you again, maybe they click a follow button. But generally, you want them to just know who you are or feel like they've seen you or they've heard you and just recognize you in some way. Only way to do that is to be pumping out shorts, honestly.
I have to be authentically me at all points. You need to be authentically you at all points. The person they should see in the clip should be the person that they experience in the live stream. Otherwise, they're just gonna get bored and leave.
Whoa.
You're not the clip you in every waking moment. I think it's one of the kings of authenticity.
Oh, Arky, that's Arky.
Arky wears his heart on his sleeve. It is
Heard the name.
obvious to everyone who's with him and everyone who watches him. So what you get in the clip is what you get when you hang out with him in real life. It's what you get when you watch him online. He's the same guy.
I think I struggle with this one a little bit. I think my authenticity comes off to my audience, but other streamers like are scared of me a little bit sometimes. And then once they meet me, they're like, oh, she is authentically like blank, blank, blank. But I think they're like, see the real me on stream, but then they make assumptions, like they think I'm gonna be disappointed in them and they're scared. I have a few friends that deal with that, and it's like, you could show as much authenticity as you want, but people will still be a little scared when you just have certain types of personalities, you know?
Ultimately, guys, look, what I really want you to take away from this is it's all right to farm a clip, but you should be farming it as you. Okay? Don't have a burst of 1 minute of energy and then you're back to being somebody else.
Dude, this is what I tell, but this is why, like, I won't go and try to be extra crazy exciting. I'm a chill guy. I'm a chill person. And I can have moments where I'm a bit more, I don't know, bombastic or whatever the fuck. But, like, I'm not a person who screams all the time. I'm not going to go out of my way to try and scream for the clip. Because if I clip that and I put it somewhere and then someone comes to my stream and sees a chill guy, they're going to be like, this isn't what I wanted. But then if I posted a clip of me being a chill guy and then someone's like, oh, I like that. And then they come to the stream and then they see me being a chill guy. They'll go, yep, that's what I pressed the button on. That's all. Right?
Be consistent. Be consistent in yourself. Be honest to yourself.
Like, I always say to you guys, I'm like, I don't like to pretend.
We're going to talk about the content funnel. Right now when you guys stream, what are your strengths? Getting a couple clips. Nice.
Nice.
You can do better.
Nice.
I want you to start shifting your paradigm.
Thanks, Walrick.
Is now a recording session.
Ooh, this is the thing I don't really do a lot of. That I always say, do as I say, not as I do. You should do this. I literally was talking about this earlier. I was like, I should stream half the time and then spend the other half doing my shit. Yeah, the funnel, I don't do that, and that's my big issue. I kept streaming on YouTube separate. When I was doing a lot of Geega Chat episodes, and I was very active on YouTube, I gained so many followers on Twitch, and my viewership went up. And everything. I was like doing all this right. And then I just got burnt out by VShojo and stopped. And you could see like I just kind of stopped growing. It's literally because of that. Like I was doing it right. Case in point, it's right there, you know? And that's why I'm always like, yeah, I want to do more with YouTube. I want to go back to it. But I just got like, you know, I've explained it many times. I needed a moment, right? And I gave myself the moment. I was like, I don't mind not growing right now just to make sure I'm not going like fucking crazy over this shit. I also spent a ton of time and effort trying to do everything he's saying here with VShojo and I was basically going to be producing stuff, and I did, and I got a lot of content filmed and set up and etc. And then I couldn't post pretty much any of it. The only thing I really posted was the video I did with Nova, and I posted that on my own channel, not the VShojo channel. I spent so much time working on that I didn't get to put into my own channel, and that was why my shit stagnated and like I wasn't posting much on YouTube for so long. And then for now, just to keep it active, I've had my editor take stuff from stream and put it on there, but I was like, I've been working the past couple months on just getting back into filming stuff for YouTube because that's what I liked doing. That's what worked for me and I enjoy it. But yeah, it's a good example. Like, you can see someone do it and have it work out well and then not do it and it doesn't do anything for them. That's me, right? Right there.
We're not just booting up stream to fuck off for 4 hours, get 3 clips, go home. We're not booting up stream to play a video game for 6 hours and stream, go home. That is a waste of your time. It is a less efficient use of your time.
Twoo.
This is a recording session. What can you record?
I love being inefficient. It's my favorite.
This is an example of one of my streams. This is one of my best streams. Why is it one of my best
Thank you,
streams?
cameraman.
You had fun.
Oh, okay. It's blurry. This because of this. No, it's live views because of this. Oh, unique viewers was down. Oh, that means he got a lot of people to return that didn't always return. That's good, right? Like unique viewers is lower. Actually, this is good because this also means a lot of the people that were there stayed, right? There are fewer unique people, but the max viewers are up. That means that they're sitting there and watching for long. The average viewer is sitting there for longer and watching more of it. So you're retaining their attention throughout the stream, which means they really liked it. They didn't click off. They really liked it. So that's good. And unique chatters. That means many of those same people, so we can infer a few things, right? Fewer unique people, but the average is up. So they're retaining. And 305 more of them are chatting that don't normally chat. Yeah, this is all like how you can look at metrics to figure out the quality of the stream. That's great. Also, followers. He got almost double the number of followers that he normally would get from, you know, his last stream. That's great.
You had fun. No.
I said because you had fun. No.
No, I did not have an event. The title is Games with Friends. CoffeeZilla video later. No, not authentic. I got a video?
A good video out of it.
Every second.
I got multiple videos.
That's true.
From this one stream, it was 6 hours.
Okay, I was going somewhere
3
else.
separate VODs. Those are just cut-ups, not edited, of the segments. All right, I came prepared with segments. 3 different edited videos. God Gamer Gauntlets, a challenge I do.
And then I'll also note that he has a Mecha Chameleon video in this mix, which got 1 million. This was also, he's riding the wave of what's currently popular. Same with this VOD. This VOD is a Mecha Chameleon VOD, and it's a Mecha Chameleon video, and people love that shit right now.
And I reacted to a CoffeeZilla video. Then I also had a couple clips out of it. Okay? That's all from one stream. That was 6 hours. Your 6 hours don't look like this.
Mine
Your 6
definitely
hours,
do not.
What you show for? 4 Instagram clips? Okay. How much did that make?
I will say, actually, my hours do sometimes look like this, and we're putting videos on Geega Plus, but that channel is a lot harder to grow than my main channel. So we are putting stuff out that is like, you know, here's a segment from a stream, but it's also a bit less edited than his stuff. He has more money to pay more editors. My Geega Plus channel is it's a lot less on the editing. It's just cuts for the most part, but we are kind of doing that because I started that the last couple months. I was like, hey, I'd say it's more of like almost like NL's YouTube, where he just does a thing and they just segment out a good part of the stream, and it's usually like a longer chunk. That's what we do for Geega Plus. It's like that. So it's smaller than a VOD, but not like a very edited YouTube video for YouTube, if that makes sense. dailyGEEGA, that's a separate channel. That's my clips channel. That is not Geega Plus.
And this is an exercise you guys should be doing every single day.
Oh, God.
Say that again. This is homework today.
Probably should I don't
You should
do.
be doing it every single day. I do it every day. I've been doing this 8 years. I think of stream ideas every fucking day. I'm the only guy who thinks of them.
True.
Other people have teams. I think that can be a very helpful thing. I'm a little protective over my process. That's just my personal style. I want you guys to be writing down 3 different stream ideas.
Okay.
Now to make it a little more complicated, we're gonna do 3 different tiers. I want you guys to come up with a $1 idea, free. Something you can do anytime, any point. A $1,000 idea. Okay, maybe something a little more ambitious, something more planned out, whatever. And then final one, a dream idea, $100,000.
Let's do it, chat. $1 idea. Thing I could do right now, and all I would spend is $1 or less. I'm thinking, well, I'm doing it right now. He said it could make you as much as a $10,000 idea. Yeah, Streamer University's poppin'. Streamer University React with some rants on the side. I could get, if I did this on my main channel, especially with my model, I could have gotten probably like 4 different videos out of this on these different topics, where I might have to record some different anecdotes on the side extra. Or if I went into it with the mindset of this was for a video, I could have said more on certain things. And then I could get a lot of shorts out of this stuff. Easy, right? Like every time one of you asked a question and then I answered it, I could have made that a short. That's my $1 idea. And then he said, what was the other one? A $1,000 idea? $1,000, I get a friend local to New York, so like Mike or someone like that, and I send them out to do a day of IRL streaming just for my channel. I pay them and they're my cameraman, and I sit with them on stream and we walk around. And yeah, it's just a VTuber IRL stream. And then while I'm there, ooh, you know what I would do? I could do this for $1,000. I also pay a cameraman just for the day to follow around. So I have a friend standing there holding me on an iPad and whatever. And we go around with the IRL setup for VTubers, and we go and ask people on the street, what do they want to ask me? And then make a billion shorts out of that. I guarantee they would go crazy on TikTok. That's my 1K idea. And then $10,000 idea, 10K. It's kind of hard because like as a VTuber, you already spent 10K. You know what I mean? Oh, it's 100K. Oh, if it's 100K, con booth is, no. Honestly, yeah, it actually is. If it's 100K and you put it into a crazy con booth and then you pay people to sit there and make content out of it while you're there, that's crazy, but that wouldn't be my dream idea. I already do booths. I actually know what I would do if I had 100K, but I don't want to say all of it because I need to hold some of it back. I'll do a different one. Now, game show is less than 100K. That's less than 100K. I've done game shows before. I think a game show is a 1K idea. I think for 100K, I would just buy a bunch of optical cameras to get the greatest 3D tracking in the world, but I don't think I would be able to turn that into an event with just that 100K because most of it would go into the cameras themselves. It would be doable. I think I would do, yeah, Delta, I was actually going to say, I would spend the 100K to go fucking crazy to hire a whole bunch of people to go around in this server that I'm going to talk about as camera people, maybe even pay some creators to come into it straight up. And I would do a Minecraft Civilization event with only streamers. Instead of those ones that usually have like randoms that just like to play a lot of Minecraft that apply, I would do like a 1,000 streamer Civilization event for a week. So that would pay for the server costs because you need really interesting servers to be able to handle like 1,000 people on a server. Yeah, like the itch video. And then that amount I would also put into people who can sit around and watch everything, be writers to get toward the end production of a video like that, and editors, all of that, just to get, you know, a lot of it would be production costs and server costs. That's my 100K idea. I don't think you need 100K for that though. I'm just like really pushing. I have a different 100K idea, but it's not, I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket.
$100,000 idea. I want to do a boxing event on an island for 7 days.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 100K might not be enough.
Closer to $500,000, but
Yeah.
I appreciate the enthusiasm of that idea.
Yeah.
Dad, what you got?
$100,000 idea. I'm gonna do National Geographic Part 2 in Alaska.
I like it. What you got? All right, last one. What you got?
Casino stream can't leave till you double the 100,000. Love that.
Oh, that's a really good idea. You're not going to be able to do it though, because you're not going to be able to double that 100K. So you're just going to lose it all, and everyone's going to be like, Lamau. That's a good idea. Very life ruining. But if you're given the 100K from another source like a sponsor, then it's not your money. So it'd be good because you could make it just a funny thing where you're in despair from losing, but you could also make it like a think piece about how you never win, to like show things. Maybe play different things and show like your win and loss rate, you know?
Really good ideas. So anyway, I'm gonna go through a couple.
I'm not a
ideas
clip
here.
farmer at all.
We're gonna talk about what makes an idea good.
Joe Vart!
This is one.
That's the guy that always kills me in Block Wars, and I always try to kill him in Block Wars, and we don't really know each other. All I know is that we just keep killing each other in Block Wars. Mostly him killing me, though.
Idea here. This is a thumbnail for it. It's called Bro v Bro. A lot of people stole this idea. It's a good fucking idea. It's basically me versus another creator.
Yeah, Bro v
finding
Bro
out
was
who the
great.
better gamer is. We do a best of 7, competing in a variety of.
May and I
games.
talked about doing this.
All right, I've been doing this for years now. I know it's a good idea because Ron stole it, Jason stole it, Jinxie stole it. One note on that: when someone steals your idea, congrats, you do well. Do not feel bad about it. Do not be bitter about it. Do not reach out to them about it. It is okay. And here's ultimately the truth: someone who steals an idea makes you their ceiling.
Yeah.
They're better than you until they do shit better than you. And if all they're doing is mimicking you, then I promise you, they will never surpass you. I got one more for y'all. This one is $1 million. This is streamer games.
Yeah, this shit was crazy expensive.
And this is a follow-up to your question, okay? Is it worth it? Streamer games, year 1. Guess what it did? It lost money.
Mm-hmm.
Streamer games, year 2. Guess what it did? About broke even. Streamer games, year 3. Guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna make money. Yeah. All right. The more often you do
Because you can get
events,
sponsors
the better you will get at doing it for cheaper.
at your events when you keep
Also,
doing them.
the more, the better it will perform. Right? People know about the event now. The streamer you hyped this year. How long did Kai spend hyping this up? 2 weeks, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe? When did y'all find out when you're gonna fly in? A week ago?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
5 days ago.
But why did y'all come? Because you knew what streamer you was. All right, you knew the opportunity that it was because it's already proven. So doing things multiple times is a good thing. If something works, do it again. This is what you should be doing as a YouTuber, as a streamer, whatever. You are throwing shit at the wall.
That's like me and Boone with our Vintage
Something
Story
clicks,
server. Now we want to do more
it
servers.
again. And this is the #1 lesson. This is something
Uh-oh.
I can't tell you the playbook for how to be successful exiting Streamer U. Because if I did, you would all use it and it wouldn't be successful. Someone here is going to rise above the rest. Someone here is going to offer viewers something unique that other people aren't offering. I'm a small streamer making a cozy environment. Okay, I've seen that. Maybe that's fine, maybe you're happy with that. That's not gonna be the person who's the #1 streamer come out of here. I'm loud. I like being the center of attention. Okay, we have enough of that. You are not gonna be the #1 streamer coming out of here. So what are you doing to be different? What are you doing that people are drawn to? This is tough, this is intrinsic, this is personal. I cannot tell you what it is, but ultimately whoever is successful will do this. Dean Sinat.
I'm just here to look around.
Guys, we have about
He's got khakis
5
on.
minutes left in class. I appreciate you all being very attentive. At this point, I will open it up. Does anyone have any questions for me? This is the last time that we will be meeting. So if you have anything for me, let's get it out now.
Damn, they don't have much time.
What you got?
When's the time that you've almost quit streaming or content creation?
It's a good question. What's the time I
Never.
almost quit streaming? It was early in my career.
Okay.
I was a part-time employee at a vape company. I was head of marketing. I didn't smoke vapes. I lied on my resume. After I would go home, I would stream. Work stream, work stream, work stream. It was a lot, but I really love streaming.
You
Here's
could
the
tell
crazy
that
thing.
he
I
studied
had the
marketing
best
by the way he
stream I
talks.
had ever had. I averaged 1,000 views.
A lot of people will come to my stream and be like, how do you know about this thing? How do you know how to present that? Blah, 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 blah. Look at Ludwig. All the stuff you just saw, I saw a lot of people being like, wow, he's like a legit teacher. He studied marketing and worked in marketing beforehand. He just said it. He was like, I was head of marketing at a vape company. So he's English and journalism, not marketing, but his job was in marketing, his job title. How many people get a degree in something and then work in a job that has the same exact name as a degree? That's not how it works, right? So a lot of people will be amazed by a streamer and they'll be like, wow, the way they say this thing, blah, blah, blah. They have experience. And I say this all the time. People will be like, how do you speak the way you do? I spent so many years presenting stuff to people. I've had so many different jobs. My career was maybe less like crazy. But when I was younger, I worked since I was 12. I've said this many times. I worked since I was 12 and I worked in multiple family businesses. And then I worked my way up to doing more in those businesses, but then also like going and getting other jobs when I was old enough to get other jobs. And I had a billion odd jobs and I paid for all of my college myself. I had no debt from school because I worked since I was 12, you know, and did everything I could to eke out every single penny and pay for my own school. I also did not go to like an Ivy League that costs $1 billion. But there, you know, I did that myself. All that experience in working and being in so many environments and talking to so many people now helps me stream because I can talk to and appeal to so many people and I can explain things to anyone because I've had to explain things to every single type of person and in environments where I had to. It was my job. I had to get them to understand this thing, etc., etc. I also did a lot of tutoring. I did a ton of tutoring. I sold people things. I helped people with things. I did like every bit of work and I worked with so many different types of people that just in the end, I'm pretty well suited to streaming, right? So I can't like teach someone that. And Ludwig is a really good example of that. The way he's presenting this class, you're like, damn, he must have put so much effort into this, must have been so crazy. Where does he get this mindset? Blah, blah. Well, you had a marketing job and sounds like some of the stuff he studied also kind of transfers over. You just need to find out, think about what you've done in your life and be like, how can I keep playing to my strengths?
The next day, I almost quit because I knew the number that would show up would be smaller. And that ate at me. I lied down in my closet for 4 hours instead of going live that day.
That's rough. I never had that moment.
That you guys might deal with, okay? Maybe it's imposter syndrome. Maybe it is just paralyzation. Here's what I realized. Streaming is an impermanent thing. What you did last stream doesn't fucking matter. You know what people care about is the next stream. And you know what you want people to care about? You. Okay?
That's why I always say to people, like, when I'm streaming, even if like the stream isn't doing that well, I always try to hit a minimum. It doesn't matter. I could have 10 people show up to my next stream on my main channel, 10 people. I will still try to stream for at least 4 hours, at least, because those 10 people are there for that, right? like that's how you have to do it. And if you let the highs affect, you know, all these other things, I mean, you're just gonna go fucking crazy. Oh, wait, you're watching Professor L? Yeah,
Okay?
I am.
So if the last stream was shit, who cares?
I am.
If the last stream was the greatest stream that ever happened, who cares? Stream review's going great. You know they're gonna say on Twitter in a month about Kai if he doesn't go live? When's the next stream, Kai? Spark up. We wanna see something. What you got for us? They don't care that he put in all this work anymore. What's next?
Yep.
And so that's what pushed me.
That's the hardest thing about being a content creator. When we say certain things are mentally hard, you can't just show up to your job and just do it the same way other jobs put things in front of you to just do. You have to plan and think ahead, and it's in a way that a lot of wage-based normal jobs don't. Some still do, so anyone who works in that type of job where they're responsible for a lot of stuff will understand this feeling. But content has that, plus now there, depending on how many people are watching you, now there are thousands of people asking you that question and looking forward to it and complaining when you don't do what they want. And then when you do something good, there's still ones that complain. So it's like, you know, the mental load is a lot.
After this trip, I'm going to be working on my media kit. I'm going to be reaching out to brands. Actually, Red Bull is one of the people.
You know, I watched the agent class and he was talking to them about like reaching out to brands and sponsorships and stuff. They're going to be DMing these brands on Instagram. Holy fuck. That is both good because streamer use popping off right now, but also bad because that's just not how you do it. And if they don't have agents, I wonder how many of these brands are going to be like, fuck off. Some brands may do stuff with them, but like DMing brands is such a weird concept to me. And that's why I made SponsorBot, because you need someone to professionally handle these relationships. And I don't know that all of these people are equipped to have those types of discussions with these brands. I don't know.